Here we go. Page 49. Thanks. All right, essential question. How do I graph quadratic functions? Shh. In intercept form. All right, let's talk about intercept form. You already know all three forms. There's standard form, which we've graphed over and over again. There's vertex form, and there's intercept form, right? We haven't graphed intercept form. We've talked about it, but we haven't graphed it. All right, so intercept form is f of x equals a times x minus p times x minus q. This is also called factored form. Why is it factored form? Because how do you get to this part? By factoring. So you take standard form, you factor it, and that's how you get to this piece. Okay. A still determines what? What's it determine?
Isn't it up, down?
Up, down, what else?
Positive, negative. That's up, down.
What else? Narrow, wide. It also talks about narrow or wide. Yeah? All right, let's cut. Number 1. We're actually going to do 1 and 3. Because I don't think I want it. We might do 2, but probably not. All right, so number 1. It says we need to identify all of these pieces. First thing it says is a y-intercept. What does it mean to be a y-intercept? What? What's 0? X is 0 and it crosses the what? Crosses the y-axis. I missed the trash. All right, on standard form, it was easy. This one you actually have to do math, right? So remember I told you guys, don't forget, it means that x equals 0. So for y-intercept, x equals 0. So when I plug in x equals 0, how do I do that? F of 0 equals what? 2/3 times 0 minus 7 times. Good. Can we solve this? Yes, we can. Bring down your 2/3. Go ahead and subtract. 0 minus 7 is what? -7. 0 minus 1 is -1. When you multiply a fraction in a whole number, how do you do that? Multiply over 1. And then how do we multiply? Straight across. So we're going to multiply 2 times -7, which is what? -14 times -1. +14. Divided by 3 times 1 times 1? 3. So we have 0, comma 14 over 3, right? But I don't really know how to graph that. So someone give me that as a decimal so I can graph that. 0, comma what? Someone needs to figure it out as a decimal. That's what a calculator's for. 4.6, yes. So 4.7? Because it's 6 repeating? Okay. All right, letter B. Asked to find what? X-intercept. What does it mean to be an x-intercept? Good. Crosses or touches the x-axis. So for an x-intercept, that means what goes away? The y becomes what? 0. Very good. So when I plug this in, what do I write? What? I didn't hear what you said. No. Mm-mm. What do I write here? What do I write? 0 equals 2/3 times? X minus 7 times? X minus 1. Good. Remember, you're not actually solving, you're not plugging in anything but 0 at the one spot. We're replacing y with 0. All right. In order to solve this, what do I need to move first? The 2/3. How do you get rid of 2/3? Multiply by what? I don't want to multiply it this way because then that just makes it harder, right? So how do I get rid of 2/3? Starts with an R. I heard it. What is it? It's the reciprocal. Remember, reciprocal means to do what with it? Flip it. So 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Remember, 3 times 2 is just what? 6 over 6, which is 1. So that's gone. Right? Represented by 1. Okay. And 3 halves times 0 is just what? 0. Good. X minus 7 and x minus 1. How many equations do you need? 2. What are they? So x equals what? And? Good. How do I write those as ordered pairs? Good. Someone let them in, please. You did get one for me.
I just said that. It's in it. It looks small from back here. Why are you looking at me? You got those kids staring at me. Yeah. Sorry.
What did you say?
Nothing.
We were best friends, just like.
We were. Until Friday at about 10 o'clock.
Closer to like 10:45.
What? This is why we're not best friends.
I thought you were going to sleep at 9:30.
I was working.
You didn't steal children?
Thank you. Oh, man, you're lucky I'm black.
Thank you. All right, letter C. It's 12:52.
No, it's 12:51. And you get it together. Bye guys, have a good day.
Bye, Sierra.
Bye.
Hi, Sierra. Sierra, go. You know what's gonna happen is they're gonna watch this YouTube video later and it's gonna be like, Sierra, leave me alone.
You didn't tell me that. It was your fault for snatching my glasses. Like, I can see that far. I don't even need to go to class no more.
Oh my gosh.
There's like 26 minutes left. What am I gonna do?
Here we go, let's grab 7, 0, and 1, 0. We're gonna find the vertex.
Can I have a match?
In order to find the vertex means from your x-intercept, it's located where? From your x-intercept, where is your vertex located?
Oh, we're finding the vertex?
We're going to find the vertex.
Oh, in the middle.
It's in the middle. So if I count and I find in the middle,
4.
it's going to be a 4. So I know my axis of symmetry, because when you graph, does it make sense that you have a vertex over here and your x-intercept over here and over here? No.
Oh, yeah.
So I know my axis of symmetry is 4. The other way to solve for it is p plus q divided by 2. Because didn't I just take the two x-intercepts and add them and find the middle? So that's exactly what it is. It's 7 plus 1 over 2, which is 8 over 2, which is 4. So either way, it works. So I can either count to find the middle, or I can go ahead and solve in case I forget.
Bye guys, have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Who said that? Me.
Oh, special. All right. Let's go ahead and subtract. 4 minus 7 is what? Negative 3. 4 minus 1 is what? Positive 3. What do you put underneath the 3 so you can multiply? A 1. Multiply straight across. 2 times negative 3. Negative 6 times 3. Negative 18. Good. Over 3, which divides to be what? Negative 6. So 4 comma negative 6 is my vertex. All right, end behavior is the next one, yeah? End behavior what? Up. I'm going to put it over here because I'm out of room. Oops. End behavior up. All right, letter F. Minimax. Good. Letter G. Bless you. Narrow, wide. Why is it wide? Because it's a fraction. Very good. What? No. There's only an A. Letter H. Domain and range. What's your domain? That should be memorized by now. Range. Let's graph it so we know. Negative 4 to what? Oh, not negative 4, sorry. Negative what? 6, sorry. Okay, on the graph. Here's my vertex, here's my 2 x-intercepts, right? Yeah. I need to graph the y-intercept, which is 0, 4.7. So 0, 4.7 is located roughly about here. Don't forget, what do you have to do with it?
Oh, narrow. I mean, mirror.
Mirror it, yes, you have to mirror it. So if I count from the x-intercept, because it's easier, there's only 1 over, right? So I'm going to go 1 over from the x-intercept and graph that located right about there. Go ahead and connect. Don't forget what has to go in the middle? The axis of symmetry. This graphing should not be that difficult. If it's still difficult, that means you need to get your booty into tutoring. Otherwise, you're going to fail your quiz on Friday. When is tutoring? It's either Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday after school. Or you can always go in at lunch, but usually I'm not here at lunch. You can go in wherever I'm at. All right, increase or decrease? Just not tomorrow at lunch because I have a meeting. What is it increasing and what is it decreasing? What does it mean to be decreasing or increasing? Going up to down or down to up, right? So we start off here to here. That's what? Good. From here to here is what? Good. So where are we decreasing from? Negative infinity to? You're right. It's 4. And then you're increasing from where? 4 to positive infinity. Good. Yours is the next one. One's on the next part. Letter J asks for positive and negative. Positive and negative. Bless you. Where are we positive from? What does it mean to be positive? Above the x-axis. So that's positive and that's positive, correct? Where are we negative? The bottom. That's negative. Okay. So for positive, where are we coming from? Negative infinity to 1. And then 7 to infinity. Where are you negative? Yep. 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 None of this is new. Right? All of this is review. The only thing new is how to find P plus Q over 2 or by counting. That's it. All right, so do 3 by yourself. Go. What did you do? Did you cut? Okay. Ready? All right, first part is y-intercept. How do you find y-intercept again? Plug in 0 for x. So we're going to say f of 0 equals negative times 0 minus 3 times 0 minus 1, correct? All right, you're making sure you did this right. So I get negative times negative 3 times negative 1, yes? Which is now what? Negative 3. So my y-intercept is what point? Good. Who has it right? Okay, this is easy. Next, letter B is x-intercepts, which means y is 0. So now we do 0 equals negative times x minus 3 times x minus 1. What do you do here? How do you get rid of negative? Divide by negative 1, it cancels. So 0 equals x minus 3 and x minus 1. And then how many equations do you need? And x minus 1 equals 0. So we get x equals what? N? Good. Ordered pairs are what? Who has this right? Okay, so why are we writing? All right, next. Letter C. Axis of symmetry. X equals something. How do I find it? PQ or P plus Q? P plus Q divided by 2. So P is what? Over 2, which is 4 over 2, which is 2. Letter D, vertex. 2 comma something. How do I find the something? Plug in 2. So f of 2 equals negative times 2 minus 3 times 2 minus 1. Negative times, what's 2 minus 3? Negative 1. What's 2 minus 1? Positive 1. Multiply all of that, what do you get? Positive. There you go. Who has the vertex right? And I've started to lose you. Letter E. End behavior? How do you know it's down? Because negative in the front, A is negative 1. The only letter you do have is A. That's it. Everything else is not there. Letter F. Max or min? Yes. Sorry. I was writing max or min, and then I just wrote min. Just max. Letter G. Narrow. Letter H. Domain is what? You should be checking your work, not writing frantically. Some of you are frantically writing. Why? Okay, don't. It's fine. Don't ask for test corrections. All right, your range is what? Negative infinity to, that's not an infinity. Negative infinity to 1. I'm a hot mess right now. I was copying the other problem. Letter I, increase, decrease. And then decrease. Letter J, positive and negative. Yep. I'm done.